Went up downtown. Went up downtown. Went up downtown. I want to save my soul.
Tonight, we have a regular season finale for the ages. It's the 15-9-1 McCutcheon Mavericks taking on your 13-13 Westfield Shamrocks. Good evening, folks. I'm Rowan Elbert here with you on a beautiful Thursday night. Now, Westfield is coming off a loss to Avon that tanks their HCC ranking from 1st to 4th. To bounce back, they're going to need a great performance from Kenzie Hyatt at pitcher. An 8.13 ERA on the season for Hyatt. She will be looking to improve on that. For McCutcheon, it will be Haley Peterson, who has no stats available because McCutcheon is that type of school. And that is why they are going to lose tonight. And speaking of, it's time for score predictions. McCutcheon, they are okay in a terrible conference. Westfield are doing fine in a top-notch conference. Westfield is overall a way better team that is much deeper. Westfield is going to win tonight 9-4 to close out the regular season. And on Monday, they will be playing against Carmel in their playoff game. So we will be right back with you for the opening pitch. You are watching the Westfield Sports Network. And we are back. Opening pitch coming up. Mackenzie Hyatt in the circle today for Westfield. And although on the season, not the best really line in general, an 8.13 ERA, not good at all. But in her last appearance, which was the last game against Avon, she got through 2 batters, gave up a hit, an earned run, a walk, but she did have a strikeout. I think having her being the pitcher tonight is definitely the right call because Chloe Tanner will more than likely be the pitcher on Monday against Carmel in the playoff game. And from what I've heard, she's actually feeling a little bit tight too. So to have Kenzie in there, pitching in what seems like to me, with the HCC out of question now, this game does not mean much as more of kind of like a tune-up for the Carmel game, an opportunity to rally for Westfield. And leading off will be the shortstop, Maggie Robbins, batting .426 on the season with a home run. Now, this is weird. I was told before the game that Easterhouse was going to play third base, but Finelli is out there at third base. First pitch. That ball is going to be outside, ball 1. Hyatt on the outside edge of the plate, just a little bit outside, 1-0 count. Hyatt on the 1-0. That ball is going to be too high, 2-0 count. Robbins, an experienced hitter as a senior. That pitch is going to be a strike. 2-1 count. We are now even. Hyatt on the 2-1. That ball is going to be hit to Rowe. The throw to first is in time. Talk about a great effort by Rowe at shortstop. Now the catcher, Mackenzie Standifer, is up to bat. Standifer batting .353 on the season with 2 triples, actually. 2-1 pitch. Hyatt fails to ground it. Rowe, the throw to first is in time yet again. Maggie Rowe. Now up to bat, Mallory Butol, the third baseman. Butol batting .375 on the year with 7 doubles. Hyatt, first pitch. That one is going to be fouled off. 0-1 count. 2 outs, nobody on base. After today, only 2 more broadcasts on the year. Both will be baseball. That will be Evan Cummings and Aiden McNally taking you the rest of the way. 0-1 count. That ball is going to be low. 1-1 count. Hyatt on the 1-1. That ball is going to be hit over the head of Maggie Rowe, and that will go down as a single for Butel. Now the second baseman, Haley Smith, up to bat. Haley Smith batting .458 with 2 home runs with a runner on first and 2 out. Hyatt on the opening pitch. That ball is going to be low and away, 1-0 count. And Butel with 2 stolen bases on the season so far, looking for number 3 possibly, 1-0 count. That ball looked outside to me, and I think that is going to be the call, 2-0 count. Hyatt on the 2-0. That ball maybe a little bit too high. I would have called that a strike, honestly. And they're going to call it a ball. I definitely would have called that a strike. I mean, maybe a little bit too high on the outside edge. But anyway, 3-0 count. With 2 outs, a runner on first. Hyatt on the 3-0. That ball is going to be grounded, and that is going to land in center field, and that will go down as a single. After what looked like could have been a 1-2-3 inning for Hyatt, has now turned into 2 runners on base with 2 outs. Now Molly Davis up to bat, batting .462 with 7 doubles. Another 400 hitter. First pitch, Hyatt. That ball is going to be slightly outside, 1-0 count. Runner on first. Hyatt on the 1-0. That ball is going to be hit into right field. The catch will be made by Snedeker to end the inning. Although Hyatt giving up 2 hits, no damage done. You are watching the Westfield Sports Network. And we are back, bottom of the first inning, still a 0-0 ball game. And pitching for McCutcheon, we have Haley Peterson. Now, Haley Peterson, if you go on Max Preps for McCutcheon, they have nothing on her. I have nothing to tell you about her. And that goes to show the type of team McCutcheon is, and hopefully Westfield will make them pay. So I guess we will learn together as the broadcast goes on the type of pitcher she is. McCutcheon, though, they do have a team ERA of 4.04, and they only have 1 pitcher with a sub-3 ERA. That would be Catherine Rose. But already 2 hits on the day, not amounting to a run. But they have a team batting average of .382, which is way above the national average of .325. So I'll give them that. But Maggie Rowe leading off for Westfield. Playing shortstop, she made 2 pretty impressive grabs. Rowe batting .392 with a home run and 8 RBIs. Opening pitch, and she will swing at that pitch. Wow, 0-1 count. That ball looked way outside to me. I don't get that call to swing at that, but anyway, 0-1 count. Nobody out, nobody on base. Peterson on the 0-1 pitch. That ball is going to be outside, 1-1 count. Peterson, that ball is going to be outside yet again, way too high, 2-1 count. Two-one pitch. Did she swing at that? It looked like she did. Yeah, she did. 2-2 count. Westfield tonight wearing the pinstripe uniforms, the white pinstripe uniforms. Definitely the best uniforms they have. I'm glad we get to see them out one more time before the playoff game. That ball is going to be too high, 3-2 count. Now a 3-2 count even already right off the bat. A high pressure situation for Peterson. That ball is going to be grounded to third base, and Rowe is going to get an infield hit off of an error.
Allow me to reintroduce
Butel making an error. Now the center fielder, Michaela Watson, up to bat. Batting .293 on the year, only a freshman. That pitch is going to be in the dirt, and Rowe is going to take off to second base. There will be no attempt at a pickoff attempt, so Rowe with a stolen base. Now nobody out, 1-0 count, Rowe on the second, and she will swing on and miss on that pitch, 1-1 count. One pitch. That ball is going to be outside, 2-1 count. Mooresville, though, they are a team, they make very few errors like you saw right there. They have a team fielding percentage of 95%. I mean, that is really good. 2-1 count, that is going to be a swing, 2-2 count. They have made now 19 errors on the season. Pretty impressive considering, you know, way below the national average. 2-2 count, nobody out, a runner on second. Peterson, 2-2 pitch. That ball is going to be hit softly, and Peterson with an infield hit. Sorry, Watson with a infield hit. And Ava Cainrith, the catcher, up to bat. And Cainrith, I mean, really, she's been the best hitter on this Westfield team with 31 RBIs with a .361 average. And Watson is going to take off to second base. Now 2 runners in scoring position, 1-0 count. One-0 pitch. That ball is going to be fouled off. 1-1 pitch coming, and I heard that one land. I heard that ball land in the bleachers. 1-1 pitch. That ball is going to be hit, and that ball will be grounded, but still a run will score. The throw to third is not in time, so Watson will be at third base. And Cainrith, although she will be out at first, Maggie Rowe will make her way home. So a 1-0 lead for Westfield. Now Allie Dolans, the first baseman. Dolans playing her final game at this ballpark. First pitch, that ball is going to be outside, 1-0 count. Peterson, first pitch, second pitch, that ball is going to be a little bit too high, 2-0 count. Dolan's batting .303 on the year, 2-0 pitch. That ball is going to be high yet again, 3-0 count. And also, Dolan's a patient hitter, batting .495 on base percentage, 3-0 count. That is going to be a strike, 3-1 count now. .3-1 pitch. That ball is going to be fouled off, an absolute rocket. Now a 3-2 count. .3-2 count. Watson on third, 1 out. 3-2 pitch. That ball is going to be high, and Dolans will take a walk to first base. Now Kara Snedeker, the second baseman, up to bat. Snedeker went 1 for 2 with a walk against Avon in the last game. That ball is going to be in the dirt, 1-0 count. Dolans without a stolen base on the year, 1-0 count. That ball is going to be too high, and the throw to second is unfortunately, is she safe? I don't get that call. They're going to call her safe at second, even though she did look like she was tagged. So now 2 runners in scoring position. I mentioned she didn't have a stolen base. Now she does. I mean, yeah, they're going to call her safe, but now a discussion with McCutcheon's manager and the umpire. 2-0 count, but unfortunately, at the high school level, no instant replay review. You really can't challenge a call like that. I have no idea how they called her safe, though. And I know we are commentating for Westfield. We are the Westfield Sports Network. But I have no idea how they made that call and called her safe. I don't get that. Now, a discussion with the umpires. I think they're going to call her safe. Wow. They're going to keep her at second base. I mean, talk about a questionable call if I've ever seen one. But I'll take it. Runner on third and a runner on second. 2-0 count. 1 out. Snedeker. Peterson on the 2-0. That ball is going to be grounded to the shortstop, and it will be an out. But Watson will make her way home to make it a 2-0 ball game. Finelli up to bat. Grace Finelli. Dolans on third. First pitch. They're going to call that a strike, a late call, but they will call it a strike. That was a little bit high, but they are going to give her the call, and I agree. Peterson, a swing and a miss by Finelli. Oh, 0-2 count. That ball is going to be grounded to first base, and that is going to end the inning. And Westfield, a 2-0 lead going into the top of the second. You are watching the Westfield Sports Network. Top of the second inning, 2-0 ball game. Kenzie Hyatt back in the circle. She gave up 2 hits, but no damage done. Westfield still in front, 2-0 lead. And the one thing I do want to point out is you hear the dugout chants, you hear all of that. Westfield, Brian Revercom, the manager, he has built a great culture with Westfield, where basically the team has fun. I mean, if you were at the game, you would see they're wearing like hats. They have like a shark hat, a jester hat. I mean, they have fun in that dugout, and that can definitely make for a better performing team. And Westfield, they have had a pretty solid season, and they will look to continue that momentum against Carmel. That pitch is going to be too low, 1-0 count. And Jacqueline All. That ball is going to be fouled off. Jacqueline All batting, the first baseman, All batting .278 with a double on the season. 5 RBIs for All, 1-1 count. Hyatt on the 1-1 pitch. That ball is going to be way too high, 2-1 count. Hyatt on the 2-1. That ball is going to be over the head of All, 3-1 count. Hyatt on the 3-1 pitch. That one will be too high yet again, and All will take a walk to first base. Hyatt with her first walk of the game. Now Aubrey Miller, the left fielder, up to bat. Miller with a .429 average with 3 home runs. Only a freshman. Sheesh. Hyatt on the first pitch. That ball is going to be grounded into left field, and that will go down for a base hit for McCutcheon. And Miller, the freshman, coming up clutch yet again, now putting a runner in scoring position. Now the center fielder, Allison Patel. Runner on second and a runner on first. She will try to bunt, but she will miss on the bunt. 1-0 count, though, as I think that should be an 0-1 count. She did miss on the bunt. She will bunt that time. That will actually land, and then she will be out at first, but all that matters is that the runners advance for McCutcheon. A runner on second and a runner on third. Now Mackenzie Taylor batting ninth. We have no stats on her. Thank you, McCutcheon. Runner on second and a runner on third. That ball is going to be a strike on the outside edge. 1-0-1 count. Got her on the outside edge looking. Hyatt looking to escape the jam. She has put herself into 0-1 count. That ball is going to be hit well into right field, and Feltz will make the catch in right field. And what is she doing? The runner on second is going to be called out. She's going to be tagged out. She ran to third even though they had a runner on third. And that is going to go down as a double play that will end the inning. McCutcheon, terrible base running there, and we're going to leave it at that going into the top of the second. You are watching the Westfield Sports Network. And we are back, bottom of the second. Sophie Easterhouse, the freshman, who has not gotten a lot of at-bats, but when she has come up clutch time and time again with a 450 average. First pitch, that one is going to be high and outside, 1-0 count. Easterhouse, commonly used as a pinch runner, now in the lineup today. 1-0 pitch, that is going to be a strike on the outside edge. I don't know if I agree with that, but 1-1 count, nobody out, nobody on base. Peterson, 1-1 pitch, that ball is going to be high yet again, 2-1 count, even. Two-one pitch for Peterson. That ball is going to be grounded to third base, and she will be called out at first base on the throw. 1 out. I want to go back before we get to the next batter, which is Kenzie Hyatt. I want to talk about that last play. The runner on second, which I believe was Jacqueline All, taking off to third base even though there was no movement at third base, and that ball is going to be fouled off, absolutely crushed into foul territory, 0-1 count. I mean, you have to be smarter on the base paths. Why are you running, first off, when a ball is caught in right field? Anyway, 0-1 count, 1-1 pitch now coming after that. But I mean, terrible situational awareness, and I'm sure she will get a talk after the game. 1-1 pitch. That ball is going to be in the zone for a strike. 1-2 count. Definitely no debate about that call. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. That ball is cold right down the middle, and that is going to get her on strike 3. Haley Peterson with her first strikeout of the day.
Now batting for your Rocks, number 5, Avery Bannis.
That ball is going to be a ball, 1-0 count. Avery Bannis up to bat. Bannis did not have the best of performances against Avon. That ball is going to be hit in the right field, and it will be fair. Avery Bannis. She will go to second base. Will she get there? No, she will not. They're going to call her out. Why would she run to second base? I don't get that. Terrible base running by both teams as we go into the bottom of the second. You are watching the Westfield Sports Network. My God. And we are back top of the third. Kenzie Hyatt looking to continue on so far what's been a pretty solid day. She's done her job. No runs scored against her so far. The defense doing their job on the day. And Maggie Robbins leading off for McCutcheon. 0 for 1 on the day. Hyatt on the first pitch. That ball is going to be in the zone. Strike one. 0-1 count. A little bit higher in the zone, but they will still call it a strike, and I totally agree. Hyatt on the 0-1. That ball's too high. 1-1 count. Hyatt on the 1-1 pitch. That ball is going to be fouled off. Even if that ball were to be hit into fair territory, Finelli, she looked like she was right on it. 1-2 count. As a matter of fact, Finelli with only 5 errors on the year. 1-2 count. That ball is going to be fouled off. Still a 1-2 count. Nobody out. Hyatt on the 1-2 pitch. That ball is going to be low and outside. 2-2 count. Hyatt possibly looking for her first strikeout of the day. She struck out one batter against Avon. That ball is going to be hit right past Hyatt, and that is going to go down for a base hit. So a single for Robbins. Now back up to bat, Mackenzie Sandifer, the catcher, 0 for 1 on the day, with Robbins on first base. Robbins with 6 stolen bases. Hyatt, first pitch, and she is going to take off to second base. Robbins will, and an error is made by Snedeker. They're going to call it runner interference, actually. Mallory Butel up to bat. Still a runner on first, but runner interference, unfortunately, for McCutcheon. But Westfield might have caught a break. First pitch. That is going to go down for a strike. 0-1 count with 1 out. Sandifer on first. That ball is going to be lifted into left field. And Rowe is going to make the catch at shortstop. Now 2 away with a runner on first. Haley Smith, 1 for 1 on the day. Now a runner on first. 2 away for Westfield. High on the first pitch. That ball is going to be too high. 1-0 count. Sandifer with 2 stolen bases on the year. 1-0 pitch. That ball is going to be right down the middle. 1-1 count. One pitch. That one will be in the dirt. 2-1 count. Hyatt on the 2-1 pitch. That ball is going to be in the zone. Strike 2. 2-2 count. 2 outs. Hyatt looking to finish off the half inning on this pitch. Hyatt, 2-2 pitch. That ball way too high. 3-2 count. Now, this is a pretty big pitch. I mean, if she were to walk Davis, then Sandifer would go to second base, and then a runner in scoring position. 3-2 pitch. That ball is going to be lifted into center field, going back, and it will land just short of the fence. Sandifer will go around to home, and she will make it there, making it a 2-1 ball game. Molly Davis with an RBI double. So that was Haley Smith with the RBI double. This is Molly Davis. Sorry for the confusion. Molly Davis up to bat. That was Haley Smith with the RBI double. She is now 2 for 2 on the day, by the way. 2 outs, runner on second. That ball is going to be, they're going to call that a ball, but it looked like a strike to me. 1-0 count. Hyatt on the 1-0 pitch. That ball is going to be too high. 2-0 count. Hyatt, 2-0 pitch. That ball is going to be grounded to Snedeker. The throw to first is in time, and that is going to end the half inning. Westfield with a 2-1 lead going into the bottom of the third. You are watching the Westfield Sports Network. And we are back, bottom of the third inning. Westfield with a 2-1 lead. And Haley Peterson so far with an okay outing so far. Giving up 2 hits, 2 earned runs, a walk, and she does have a strikeout. Maggie Rowe leading off for Westfield, 1 for 1 on the day. She's been great defensively as well at shortstop. First pitch, she's going to foul that one off. 0-1 count. Or did she make contact on that? Either way, she swung, so 0-1 count. Yeah, she definitely made contact on that. Peterson and Rowe is going to hit that into fair territory, and unfortunately, she will be out at first base. 1 out. Michaela Watson up to bat. Michaela Watson 1 for 1 on the day. She was 0 for 3 against Avon in the last game on Tuesday night, but so far already a much better outing. And they're going to give that to Peterson. Wow. I mean, definitely a debatable call, but still 0-1 count, 1 out. Peterson. And that ball is going to be in the dirt. 1-1 count. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. In Westfield, I mean, we have Easterhouse and Watson, both freshmen, playing big roles on the team. The future is definitely bright for Westfield, and that ball is going to be outside. 2-1 count. But no, definitely a bright future for Westfield baseball. Kainrith, a sophomore. Chloe Tanner, the ace, a sophomore. And Watson's going to ground that to Peterson, and she will not be able to make the grab, and she'll be safe at first base. Another infield hit for Watson. 2 for 2 on the day. Now Ava Kainrith, who is 0 for 1, is back up to bat. I mean, with everything she's done as a sophomore, she's going to foul that one off, but Watson was ready to take off to second base. Anyway, with Kainrith, everything she's been able to do as a sophomore is incredible. I mean, if you're batting above 300 as an underclassman, I mean, that says something about you. 0-1 count, 1 out, and Watson is going to take off to second base, and she will get there. And she's going to take off to third base after an error, and it looks like she's going to make it there too. 2 stolen bases for Michaela Watson. Now Kainrith, 36 RBIs on the season, looking to make it 37 with a runner on third. Watson, she has already scored today. That ball is going to be in the dirt. 1-2 count with 1 out. Runner on third. Peterson on the 1-2 pitch. That ball is going to be hit into foul territory, going back, and that will land in foul territory, so that will remain a 1-2 count with 1 out, a runner on third. One ball, 2 strikes. Peterson on the 1-2 pitch. The off-speed is going to get her. Kainrith will strike out on the off-speed pitch, landing beautifully in the zone. A little bit too high, but it will land beautifully in the zone. Allie Dolans, who walked in her last at-bat. Now a runner on third. Peterson, that ball is going to be too high. 1-0 count. Wouldn't it be a shame, though, when you have 2 hitters like Kainrith and Dolans, who Dolans with 15 RBIs on the season, to leave a runner stranded possibly, and that ball is going to be in the middle. Strike, 1-1 count, 2 outs, runner on third. Peterson, 1-1 pitch. That ball is going to be too high. 2-1 even count. Westfield looking to make this a 2-run ball game. Peterson on the 2-1 pitch. That ball is going to be too high. 3-1 count. She did kind of like a quarter swing, but did not check her swing, so we have a 3-1 count with 2 outs. 3-1 pitch. That ball is going to be fouled off. That was absolutely crushed into foul territory, by the way, so a 3-2 count. This pitch, very important pitch, probably the most important pitch of the game so far. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, a runner on third. This is what you dream about when you're playing in the backyard as a kid. 3-2 pitch. That ball is going to be in the dirt, and Dolans will take yet another walk to first base. Now Kara Snedeker up to bat for Westfield, 0 for 1 on the day. Now a runner on third and first. That ball is going to be a little bit too high. 1-0 count. A pickoff attempt at third is not in time. Watson will be safe at third. One-0 count, 2 outs. Dolans on first, Watson on third. That ball is going to be crushed into foul territory. 1-1 count. And Snedeker, 15 RBIs on the season, looking to make it 16. 1-1 pitch. That ball is going to be right by her chest, so a 2-1 count with 2 outs. Even count, 2-1. And that ball is going to be hit in the shallow center field, and the catch will be made, and that is going to end the inning. Maggie Robbins with the catch at shortstop to end the inning, and going into the top of the fourth, 2-1 ball game. You are watching the Westfield Sports Network. And we are back, top of the fourth. We have a good one for you. 2-1 ball game. Your Shamrocks in the lead over the McCutcheon Mavericks. It's a beautiful night at the ballpark, by the way. Jacqueline All back up to bat. Yeah, tonight, a great night to be at the ballpark. A great game, great weather, and $5 Chick-fil-A. I mean, you can't go wrong with tonight's game. Jacqueline All up to bat for McCutcheon. All had a walk in her last at-bat. By the way, McCutcheon 3-1 on the season when they hit a home run. All still yet to hit a home run. That ball is going to be fouled off, but that one, if it were to land, that would definitely go down as a double if that were to land in fair territory. 0-1 count. Hyatt on the 0-1 pitch. She will swing on and miss it. That ball, 0-2 count. Hyatt on the 0-2 pitch. That ball is going to be too low. 1-2 count. Jacqueline All batting .278 on the year. 1-2 pitch. That ball is going to be in the zone. Kenzie Hyatt with her first strikeout of the day. Aubrey Miller up to bat, 1-for-1 on the day. That ball is going to be too high, 1-0 count. Now Hyatt with a strikeout, which matches her strikeout total from the one inning she played against Avon. That ball is going to be crushed into left field. Avery Bandits will make the catch. Now 2 away in the top of the fourth. Now the center fielder, Aislinn Patel, 0-for-1 on the day. Patel only batting .188. Only a freshman. She definitely has time to improve. That ball is going to be too high, 1-0 count. She does have 1 RBI on the season, though. Hyatt on the 1-0 pitch. That ball is going to be right down the middle, 1-1 count. Hyatt, 1-1 pitch. That ball is going to be hit fair center field, and that is going to land. Patel with a double, using her speed to get there. And I will say Watson, she made an incredible effort at that play. That would have been a great catch. But still, Aislinn Patel with a big hit for her confidence. Now the right fielder, Mackenzie Taylor, 0-for-1 on the day. And Patel with 4 stolen bases on the season. I mean, she definitely used her speed on that one. 9 times out of 10 with most hitters. I mean, that doesn't even cross their mind to run to second on that kind of hit into center field. But she did it anyway. They're going to give that to her on the outside edge. 0-1 count. They're going to call it 1-0, but I did hear the umpire say something. Anyway, 1-0 count. Definitely a debatable call. That ball is going to be hitting the right field. And Snedeker will make the catch to end the inning. Going into the bottom of the fourth, Westfield still up 2-1. You are watching the Westfield Sports Network. And we are back, bottom of the fourth. Westfield looking to hang on to a 2-1 lead. Grace Finelli up to bat. And Finelli, although 0 for 1 today, she did compliment our broadcasts in the pregame. So, I mean, now she has a fan for life. That ball is going to be hit to second base. And she's going to be out at first, now 0 for 2 on the day. Now it's going to be Sophie Easterhouse up to bat. She is 0 for 1 on the day.
Now batting for the Rocks, number 30, Sophie Easterhouse.
1-0 first pitch. That is going to be outside. 1-0 count with 1 out. Peterson, 1-0 pitch. That ball is going to be fouled off. 1-1 count. One pitch. That ball is going to be fouled off right towards the fence. 1-2 count with 1 out. One-two pitch. The off speed is going to make her ground out to the pitcher Peterson for the second out of the inning.
Now batting number 14, Kenzie Hyatt.
Kenzie Hyatt, the pitcher, up to bat. She is 0 for 1 on the day with a strikeout. I believe she's actually the only Westfield batter to strike out today, and that ball is going to be fouled off. I mean, going back to that Jacqueline All, she tried to make a diving catch in foul territory for that ball, the first baseman, but did not make the catch. 0-1 count with 2 outs. Peterson on the 0-1 pitch. That ball is going to be outside. 1-1. Peterson on the 1-1 pitch. A swing and a miss. 1-2 count with 2 outs. Haley Peterson looking to possibly make a statement pitch here on the 1-2 off speed. Hyatt is going to hit that one to right field, and it will land. Kenzie Hyatt with a base hit, a single for Kenzie Hyatt. And Kenzie Hyatt batting .444 on the season. But we do have a pinch runner, of course. You don't want the pitcher. And Annika Lawrence, the freshman pinch running. I'm sure she will have a bigger role on the team in the future. Avery Banis up to bat. Banis 1 for 1 on the day. She was 0 for 3 against Avon. That ball is going to be absolutely crushed into foul territory over the fence. 0-1 count with 2 outs. Lawrence on first base. And that ball is going to be hit in the center field, and that is going to land. Lawrence will make her way to third base, and Avery Banis is trying to go to second base. Will she get there in time? She is safe. 2 runners in scoring position. A double for Avery Banis.
Now back to your Rocks. Number 1, Rocket Rowe.
Maggie Rowe 1 for 2 on the day. Definitely the hitter you want with 2 runners in scoring position with 2 outs. Peterson, first pitch. That ball is going to be slightly outside, 1-0 count. Maybe I would have given that to her. Maybe I wouldn't have. Runner on third and a runner on second. 1-0 pitch. That ball is going to be right down the middle. 1-1 count. And Maggie Rowe on the season, 8 RBIs. That ball is going to be way outside. 2-1 count. 8 RBIs, looking for her 9th and 10th RBIs on the season. 2-1 pitch. That ball is going to be grounded to second base, and unfortunately she will be out at first base. And that is going to end the inning going into the top of the 5th. A 1-run ball game. This is coming down to the wire. You are watching the Westfield Sports Network. And we are back, top of the 5th inning, and we have an absolute thriller for you to end the regular season off for the Westfield Shamrocks. I do want to take a quick moment to preview the playoff matchup against Carmel. Now, you may hear the name Carmel and think, wow, they're actually a good team. No, Carmel, they are actually not a great team at all. 6-14 on the year. And we've seen in the past year, Westfield in all sports has absolutely owned Carmel. In basketball, they beat Carmel in the sectional. And then in football, they beat Carmel in the sectional. And Maggie Robbins leading off for McCutcheon. Hyatt still in the circle, having a pretty good outing. Giving up 4 hits, 1 walk, a strikeout, and an earned run. Pretty solid outing. The run support, she needs maybe a little bit more. Hyatt on the first pitch. That ball is going to be a little bit too high. They're actually going to give that to her on a strike, 0-1 count. It looked a little bit too high to me, but actually, keep that there. 0-1 pitch. That ball is going to be hit in the left field, and it will land. That was actually Easterhouse who made a good effort at it, but Robbins with a double for her second hit of the day. And we want to give you a quick look around the state of Indiana. Brownsburg and Roncalli, that game wrapped up. Roncalli with a 10-0 win over Brownsburg. North Posey currently playing Washington. And Notre Dame playing McCutcheon up 8-1 with a win. 1-0 count. It's Mackenzie Standifer who is 1 for 2 on the day. Robbins on second. That ball is going to be hit into right field. And Feltz will make the catch. And Robbins will not attempt to run to third. So one away. Mallory Butel, who was 1 for 2 on the day. Runner on second. That ball is going to be hit. Finelli. And now she's in a pickle. Robbins in a pickle. Still in the pickle, being chased down. And she is going to be out. Robbins out at third base. Great high IQ play by Finelli, getting her stuck in the pickle. Haley Smith up to bat. Hyatt, that pitch is going to be slightly outside, 1-0 count. And that might be my favorite part about softball and baseball, the pickles that happen like that. That ball is going to be on the outside edge, and they're going to call it a strike. 1-1 count with 2 outs. Right on the edge, too, of the zone. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Runner on second. That ball is going to be lifted into left field, going back, and it is gone. It's not gone. It's short of the wall, and that is, either way, it's going to draw in a run for McCutcheon. An RBI double for Haley Smith. That looked gone to me, but it was just short. And with the clear fence, I couldn't tell, but I could see then it was still in the ballpark. Second RBI on the day. Hyatt, first pitch. That ball is going to be way too high. Molly Davis, 1 for 3 on the day. 1-0 pitch. That ball is going to be fouled off. We have a tied ball game. I mean, this ball game is coming down to the wire. One pitch. That ball is going to be over the head of Finelli, and just like that, McCutcheon is going to take the lead off of a Molly Davis RBI single. Jacqueline Ull up to bat. She is 0 for 1 with a walk and a strikeout. Now, Molly Davis on the season does not have a stolen base. So maybe if you're Kenzie Hyatt, you don't have to worry about that. A swing and a miss, 0-1 count. And if you're Kenzie Hyatt, you surely have to be frustrated considering that, I mean, you were at two outs the last 2 batters, and it's resulted in 2 earned runs. That ball is going to be outside, 1-1 count. I mean, definitely a frustrating inning for Hyatt. 1-1 pitch. That ball is going to be fouled off. 1-2 count. Now Hyatt 1 strike away from ending this half inning. One ball, 2 strikes. A swing and a miss. Kenzie Hyatt, a statement strikeout. Going into the bottom of the 5th, McCutcheon taking a 3-2 lead. You are watching the Westfield Sports Network. bottom of the fifth, the McCutcheon Mavericks with a 3-2 lead over the Westfield Shamrocks. It's crunch time. Michaela Watson up to bat. And she is 2 for 2 on the day. She had 2 stolen bases in one play. She stole second. There was an error made, and she made her way to third. And that ball is going to be outside, 1-0 count. Peterson on the 1-0 pitch. That ball is going to be right down the middle, it looked like to me. 1-1 count. Got her looking. Peterson on the 1-1 pitch. That ball is going to be grounded. And an error is made. And it's going to be yet another infield hit. And Watson is going to make her way to second base off of that error. Speed kills Michaela Watson. 3 for 3 on the day, and all 3 hits were infield hits.
Let's go! K-Rap!
And I mean, McCutcheon, all season, they've been safe with the softball. I mean, they are, with Ava Cainworth up to bat, with only 19 errors on the season. That ball right by her head, 0-1 count. Are they really going to call that a strike? Wow. Heavily disagree with that call. Anyway, though, McCutcheon, they have kept the ball safe, but not in this game, giving up 2 errors. Cainworth is going to lift that ball high in the air, and it will be caught. And she will be out with Watson on second, and Dolans coming up to bat.
Now back to your Rocks, number 10, Allie Dolan.
Allie Dolans has walked in both of her at-bats. Peterson's pitch right down the middle, 0-1 count. Oh, 0-1 pitch. That ball is going to be on the outside edge, but they're going to give it to her, 0-2 count. Now Peterson 1 strike away from retiring Dolans in the bottom of the fifth. Dolans is going to hit this ball, and she's going to get an infield hit. And Watson will stay at third. Yet another error made by McCutcheon. Allie Dolans with a base hit, a single.
Now back to your Rocks, number 11, Kara Snedeker.
2 straight errors for Haley Smith. Kara Snedeker up to bat. Snedeker 0 for 2 on the day. She's going to try and bunt. 0-1 count. And you can tell Dolans ready to take off. She took off there, but she will have to stay at first. 0-1 count, 1 out, runner on third, runner on first. That ball is going to be lifted into left field, and it will land short of the wall. Watson will make it to third, and Dolans will make it to third, and Watson actually made it home. A RBI double for Kara Snedeker and Westfield, tying the ball game.
Now back to your Rocks, number 13, Grace Finelli.
Grace Finelli. This is a big at-bat for Westfield. And we do have a pinch runner. It is going to be Annika Lawrence, who was a pinch runner for Kenzie Hyatt after her base hit earlier today. Grace Finelli looking to come up clutch. And the umpire, I mean, Peterson was about to throw that pitch and the umpire was not ready. He was still writing on his card, his lineup card. I don't know who to blame on that, the pitcher or the umpire. That ball is going to be fouled off. 0-1 count. Finelli 0 for 2 on the day. 0-1 pitch. He tried to bunt. And Lawrence is going to make her way back to third base. 1-1 count. Anyway, Finelli, 16 RBIs, looking for RBI number 17 and 18. 1-1 pitch. That ball is going to be, it looked like a strike, but they're going to call it a ball. 2-1 count. I mean, even count. 2-1, 1 out, runner on second and third. That ball is going to be high yet again. 3-1 count. If Peterson were to walk this batter, then it would then become, the bases would be loaded with 1 out. 3-1 pitch. She's going to hit this one, and Lawrence will make her way home. And although Finelli will be out at first, the runners will advance, and a run will score for Westfield to take the lead 4-3.
Number 30, Sophie Easterhouse.
Sophie Easterhouse up to bat. Runner on third. She will swing on a miss. 0-1 count. Easterhouse still looking for her first hit of the day. Oh, 1 pitch. That ball is going to be a little bit too high. 1-1 count. Looking to drive in Snedeker. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Definitely a big at bat. She is going to bunt, fouled off. If that were to be in fair territory, I mean, it looked decent. It could have been and with Easterhouse's speed, that could have been a base hit for her in the infield. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1-2 pitch. That ball is going to be outside. 2-2 count. Haley Peterson, 2-2 pitch. That ball is going to be grabbed to third, and an error. Kara Snedeker will make it home, and Sophie Easterhouse an RBI single to give Westfield a 5-3 lead. The freshman Easterhouse coming up clutch when she is needed. And would you look at that, Chloe Tanner pinch hitting. Chloe Tanner batting .259 on the year with 17 RBIs. That ball is going to be outside, 1-0 count with Easterhouse on first. I mean, like I said, the future is bright for Westfield, and this future will be in its prime long after I'm gone. That ball is going to be hit to right field. It is a base hit, and she will fail to ground it. Easterhouse will make her way to third. Is she going home? She will stay at third. A double for Chloe Tanner. Westfield is looking to pour it on. Avery Bannis, 1 for 2 on the day. Westfield, they are 8-6 on the year when they hit 2 or more doubles. They need 1 more double. Actually, they have 2 doubles on the game so far. That ball is going to be too high, 1-0 count. Avery Bannis looking to come up clutch in a big moment with 2 outs and 2 runners in scoring position. 1-0 pitch. That ball is going to be hit, and that is going to land. Westfield, Avery Bannis An RBI double, and that is going to bring in 2 runs. Easterhouse and Tanner Westfield, a 7-3 lead. They are pouring it on.
Back to the top of the lineup for your Rocks, senior number 1, Maggie Rowe.
Maggie Rowe up to bat. 1 for 3 on the day with Bannis on second. A 7-3 lead for Westfield. That ball is going to be outside, 1-0 count. What turned into what looked like was going to be a thriller is now a Westfield domination in the 5th inning. 1-0 pitch. That ball is going to be fouled off. And Haley Peterson, I can't imagine we will see much of her in this game after this. I mean, 7 earned runs, not great. 5 in the 5th inning. That ball is going to be grounded to Peterson, and finally she will end her own suffering in this inning. Going into the top of the 6th, Westfield pouring it on. You are watching the Westfield Sports Network. And we are back, top of the 6th. Westfield, 5 runs in the 5th inning, and now a new pitcher, Shea Vaz. And Vaz on the season with an 8.48 ERA in 13 appearances. The freshman Vaz, keep that in mind. So definitely room to improve, but we will see if the potential is there, as all she needs to do is hold off McCutcheon. It is going to be Aubrey Miller, the left fielder. And Shea Vaz, I mean, this is a great moment to prove herself here. Vaz, first pitch. That ball is going to be hit into right field, and Phelps is going to make the catch. And 1 pitch, 1 out. Now Aislinn Patel, 1 for 2 on the day. And Aislinn Patel, she has really caught my eye. And it is because of that hit she had where off of the error in center field, or the lack of a catch, and she was able to make it to second base. I mean, although she's a freshman, only batting 188, she's got speed, she's got potential, and we have a discussion with the umpires. Kane Ritt has stepped out from the batter's box. There is a stoppage in play. The unfortunate part, we have no idea what it's about. Now would be a perfect time to bring up the upcoming broadcast. Saturday, 12 o'clock against Jeffersonville. That will be Evan Cummings and Aiden McNally. And then Tuesday, this is baseball by the way, Tuesday against Ron Colley will be the season finale for baseball broadcasts. And that will also be Evan Cummings and Aiden McNally, the two seniors, finishing it off for you. And although I won't be calling those games for you, you guys are in great hands with Cummings and McNally. First pitch. That ball is going to be fouled off by Patel. 0-1 count with 1 out. Balls on the 0-1 pitch. That ball is going to be grounded to Finelli. Finelli, the throw to first, is in time. Great grab by Dolans at first base, by the way. Mackenzie Taylor, the right fielder, 0 for 2 on the day. And remember, Taylor, her stats are nowhere to be found on Max Preps. Thanks a lot, McCutcheon, yet again. And you are paying the price for it. 7-3 deficit. First pitch, that ball is going to be way above the zone. 1-0 count. Vose on the 1-0 pitch. And they're going to call that a strike on the outside edge. I mean, great pitch. Fastball. Vose looked great. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. One pitch. That ball is going to be hit in the right field. And Snedeker will make the catch. And that is going to end the half inning going into the bottom of the 6th. Possibly the last time we will see Westfield hit on this field this season. You're watching the Westfield Sports Network. And we are back. Westfield looking to pour on more runs. Michaela Watson up to bat. 3 for 3 on the day with 2 stolen bases, and all 3 of those hits have been in-field hits. I mean, she has been incredible today. And still out there for McCutcheon is Haley Peterson, despite giving up 6 hits, 7 earned runs, and that is going to be high and outside 1-0 count. Despite giving up 2 walks, 7 earned runs, 6 hits, she will remain out there. 1-0 pitch. That is going to be outside yet again. 2-0 count. They're going to call that a strike, actually, which I definitely don't agree with. That looked a little bit off the plate, but 1-1 count. And they're going to call that a strike too? I mean, this umpire not off to a great start in this half of the inning. 1-2 count. 1-2 pitch. That ball is going to be outside on the off speed. 2-2. 2-2 pitch. And they're going to call her out. Strike 3. I don't agree with all 3 of those strike calls. I think are very questionable. I definitely don't agree.
Now batting for Rocks, number 16, Ava Cainrath.
Ava Cainrath, one of 2 Westfield hitters without a hit today, despite this offensive explosion. We'll see if that can change. right down the middle, 0-1 count. Kainrith 0 for 2 on the day with a strikeout, looking for the first hit of the game, and she is going to call time. Oh, 1 pitch. That ball is going to be lifted into left field, going back, and it is going to land. Ava Kainrith, a double. And Westfield, the third double of the day. They are 8-6 when they have 2 or more doubles. And Allie Dolans with more than likely her final at-bat on this field. The senior Allie Dolans, I mean, definitely a bittersweet moment. And Marissa Stormer is going to pinch run for Kainrith. That ball is going to be outside, 1-0 count. And Allie, her third year playing varsity, that one is going to be right down the middle, it looked like to me. And they're going to call it a strike. I mean, come on, ump. This is not your night, man. This is not your night. 2-0 count. Runner on second. And that ball is going to be outside yet again. 3-0 count. Stormer on second. 1 out. That ball is going to be in the dirt as Stormer is going to take off to third base. And that is going to be a walk for Dolans. And Dolans with 3 walks on the day. Kara Snedeker, 1 for 3 on the day with an RBI, looking for possibly another one. That ball is going to be fouled off. And Peterson, I have no idea how or why she is still in the game. That is her third walk she has given up today, and all three of those walks have been to Dolans. 0-1 count. That ball is going to be way too high. 1-1 count with 1 out. Peterson on the 1-1. That ball is going to be right down the middle. 1-2 with 1 out. One-two pitch off speed. She is going to hit that into right field, and it will land. Marissa Stormer will make her way home. Dolans safe at second, and an RBI single for Snedeker.
Now back to your Rocks. Number 13, Grace Finelli.
Grace Finelli up to bat. The only Shamrock without a hit. And it looks like that is going to be the end of the day for Peterson. And Addison Verhey, new pitcher. Verhey with an ERA of 6. I mean, at least they entered the stats this time. Grace Finelli looking to make it so all the Westfield hitters have a hit or in the lineup. Finelli, the junior, batting .290 with 4 home runs. Verhey, first pitch. That ball is going to be hit, and it will be fouled off, just barely fouled off by Finelli. Very unfortunate. So Dolans will have to stay at second and Snedeker on first. 0-1 count with 1 out. And Haley Peterson, her final line tonight. 5.1 innings pitched, 6 hits given up, 8 earned runs. Finelli's going to hit that one deep, and that is going to be fouled off. 0-2 count. Anyway, she actually gave up 7 hits. I need to update that. 8 earned runs, 3 walks, and only 2 strikeouts. 0-2 pitch, off speed is going to be in the dirt. 1-2 count. And Verhey, a junior, in 8 appearances, a 6 ERA. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Off speed is going to be crushed, fouled off. And I heard that one land. 1-2 count with 1 out. Verhey on the 1-2. Off speed is going to be hit, and that is going to land. And now the bases are loaded for Westfield. And Grace Finelli, a hit for every Westfield batter in the order with 1 out.
Now batting for Westfield, number 30, Sophie Easterhouse.
Now Sophie Easterhouse, 1 for 3 on the day, and now a pinch runner for Westfield. They're going to take out Finelli.
Your runner at first base, number 8, amazing Grace Phelps.
And Grace Phelps is going to be the pinch runner, with Easterhouse with the bases loaded, looking to capitalize. And Verhey, she about threw the pitch, even though the umpire is nowhere even close to home plate. I mean, second time that has happened today. Verhey on the first pitch, off speed yet again. And that ball is going to be caught. Wow. Caught by the third baseman. That was Mallory Butel. And she about had a collision with Maggie Robbins, the shortstop.
Now batting for Rocks, number 2, Nato Tanner.
Chloe Tanner, 1 for 1 on the day with a double. With the bases loaded, let's see what Chloe Tanner can do here against Verhey. With 2 outs, bases are loaded. First pitch, off speed yet again. That one is going to be high, 1-0 count. And these Westfield hitters, they've been making good contact on Verhey's off-speed pitches. Yet again, Chloe Tanner, that one's going back and it is going to be caught. That was a deep drive by Tanner, and that is going to end the inning. Top of the 7th, Westfield, 8-3 lead. You are watching the Westfield Sports Network. And we are back. Top of the 7th, 8-3 lead. This will be my final half inning of the season. And what better than some emotional country music in the background for this moment? It's how I'm feeling, but luckily I'll be back with you next year, so don't shed a tear. Shea Vall's back out in the circle. I about said the mound. A very common misconception. There is no mound in softball. So far, a spotless line for Vols. Now back to the top of the order, Maggie Robbins, 2 for 3 on the day. Maggie Robbins, one of 3 400 hitters for McCutcheon. And I want to go back to my score prediction. I predicted a 9-4 Westfield win, and I was 1 run off for Westfield and 1 run off for McCutcheon. That happened last night in the baseball game against Avon, too. That ball is going to be fouled off, 0-1 count. It's unfortunate, and I will end the season without a perfect score prediction, but luckily I have all of next season to possibly predict that. 0-1 count. 0-1 pitch. That ball is going to be lifted into left field, going back, and it is going to land right by the fence. And Robbins is going to make her way around for a triple. Maggie Robbins, a triple. Mackenzie Standifer, 1 for 3 on the day. Standifer, 1 for 3 on the day. Possibly looking for an RBI to make it a 4-run game. I mean, you got to start somewhere. That ball is going to be in the dirt, 1-0 count. Almost hit her on the foot, too. That ball is going to be hit, fouled off. 1-1 count. The catcher, Standifer, fouling that one off. 1 ball, 1 strike, nobody out. Runner on third. Westfield, if you're just now tuning in, Westfield looking to close out the final regular season game of the year and get their 14th win on the year, finishing the year above 500. 1-1 pitch. That ball is going to be grounded to Rowe. The throw to first is in time. And although a run will score, Westfield now 1 away. 8-4 ball game. Mallory Patel, 2 for 3 on the day. With 1 out, nobody on base. Vols first pitch. That ball is going to be hit to Rowe yet again, and she will make an error, an infield hit for Patel. Haley Smith up to bat for McCutcheon. Haley Smith is 3 for 3 on the day with an RBI. One out, runner on first. Off speed is going to get her, swinging on and missing. 0-1 count. Shea Vaz. They runner on first. Off speed too high. 1-1 count. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Runner on first. Vaz on the 1-1. That ball is going to be hit right to Dolans, and that is going to be out at first base. And they're going to call catcher interference, though. Wow. They're going to call a catcher interference, and that means that Smith is going to head to first base. Molly Davis up to bat, 2 for 4 on the day. Yeah. 1 out, a runner on second, and a runner on first. First pitch, Voss. That ball is going to be in the dirt. 1-0 count. One-0 pitch. That ball is going to be grounded to Maggie Rowe. And she is going to be out at first. And although the runners will advance, 1 out away for Westfield. Shea Voss from ending this thing. Jacqueline All still without a hit today. 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a walk. Voss, and the off speed is way over the head of Kainrith, and she is going to cover home, so luckily nobody will score off of that mishap. 1-0 count, no harm, no foul. And they're going to call that a strike, 1-1 count. Now Shea Voss, 2 strikes away from ending this ball game. Voss on the 1-1, and that's going to be over the head of Kainrith yet again, and a run will score for McCutcheon. An 8-5 ball game. That time, another wild pitch for Voss, but this time, she will not get away with it. Jacqueline All looking for hit number 1 on the day. Runner on third. 2-1 count. Voss on the 2-1. That one's way outside in the dirt. 3-1 count. Shea Voss on the 3-1 pitch. That ball is going to be grounded to Finelli. And Finelli is going to make an error. And that is going to result in a run scored for McCutcheon. And 2-run ball game now. I mean, 2 outs. I mean, I don't mean to be that guy, but anything is possible at this point.
Now batting for McCutcheon, number 9, Aubrey Miller.
Aubrey Miller, 1 for 3 on the day. With a runner on first, 2 outs. Swing and a miss, high fastball, 0-1 count. Voss on the 0-1, that ball is going to be fouled off, 0-2 count. Now 1 strike away from ending the ball game. Shea Voss, can she capitalize? By the way, Aubrey Miller on the season has 3 home runs. Remember, a home run would tie the ball game. 0-2 count, a swing and a miss, and that is going to end the ball game. And Westfield with a 6-8 victory over McCutcheon, and they will finish the season above 500. 14-13 on the season. And they are going to take on Carmel this Monday in the playoff game at Noblesville, neutral site against Carmel. This is going to be a great game, even though Carmel, I don't expect them to do much. 6-14 record is not great.
And Westfield Lady Rocks, this goes out to you. You girls are
And folks, I would like to thank you all for having me as your play-by-play announcer this season. It has been an honor and a pleasure, and I'm looking forward to doing it again next season. I would like to thank one last time you, the viewer. Without you, there is no show. I would like to thank our producer, Alan. He has been incredible all season. Best producer in the game. Follow him on Instagram, producer.allen. It's spelled A-L-A-N. I'm Rowan Elbert. One last time, everyone. Good night, Westfield.